meeting. You cannot look to the left side or to the right side. You cannot look up or somewhere else. You cannot look at your hands or fingers or feet. No, you can't. You can see only the floor right in front of you. So, as you sit in your meditation posture, you see this place. All right? You need to see this place. You do not look here, here, or somewhere else. No, wrong. You see only this place. Throughout the time, cannot look anywhere else. So this is a challenge. This is a challenge for you all. Can you do that? You will have to be the ultimate master of your mind to do that. This will be extremely hard. Get ready for that. Yes, Bennett? Bennett, I'm listening. What can I do for you?
Can we blink?
Excuse me?
Can we blink? Can we blink?
Yes, of course, you can blink. You can blink as much as you want. You can close your eyes for a little while if you have pain in your eyes. If you have tears in your eyes, just close them right away. And if there are any insects disturbing you, okay? So if there is any pain in your eyes, if you see, oh, tears are coming, that you will have tears, you need to close your eyes. Before there are the tears, you need to close your eyes before the tears come. But you think, oh, tears are coming. Okay, so you close your eyes. And if there is any insect disturbing, if there is like some fly or something else coming and disturbing, then you need to close your eyes, okay? The main point is that when these problems are not there, when you are not feeling any pain in your eyes, no problem regarding insects. Also, you do not see any tears or really no tears are coming. You keep your eyes open. Okay? Keep your eyes open. See the floor in front of yourself and don't look anywhere else. I will tell you when the time for meditation is finished. At the moment when you change your meditation posture, you have to look at your legs, and then of course you can look anywhere you want. All right? So let's try this. So as we are sitting in a comfortable meditation posture, keeping our back erect, side cast down, we can make the first determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be heavy. And we continue to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head to be heavy and changing. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen, back, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be heavy. And we continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body to be heavy, very heavy. We keep our eyes a little open. We see the floor in front of us. And we take all of the power over the eyes. Now these eyes will stay seeing this floor. And apart from blinking, there will be only this floor and nothing else. And as we settle the eyes on the floor, we enjoy this peace of allowing the muscles and the body to be the way they are. We don't expect them to be something. We don't force them. We don't try anything. We just enjoy the things as they are now. And when we have established ourselves in peace, we can share it with other living beings. We start in our room. And again, we don't expect, we don't force, we just accept, we allow. In our minds, voicelessly, without making any sound at all. We wish, we allow. May all beings in this room be in peace. Whatever are the dogs or cats or turtles or crocodiles or flies or mosquitoes or wasps or hornets or humans or deities or whatever is here in this room. I'm okay if you're happy. I will not be angry with you if you're happy. And so we wish, we allow. May all beings in this room be in peace. And we enjoy this permission. Are they happy or not? That's not really my business. My business is that I allow that. And we continue. We allow all beings in this building to be in peace. So we wish, may all beings in this building be in peace. May all beings in this city or village be in peace. May all beings in this country be in peace. And when I say this country, it means your country. I'm now in Vietnam. Some of you are in the US. Some of you are in Myanmar. Wherever you are, that's the country. May all beings in this country be in peace. May all beings on this planet be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. All of the animals and humans and deities and beings in the hell and other beings that suffer, wherever they are, whatever they do, and me also, may all we be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And with that determination, we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. Now is the time when we look at our legs, no more on the floor in front, and we are mindfully changing our posture right into the mermaid's posture. And when that is done, we take 1 more minute. During which we watch the mind. We are curious, is there any feeling, any hearing or seeing? What's going on with the mind? Is there any thought or desire or any problem, such as you don't like it's too cold or it's too hot? Whatever is there in the mind, watch it. Okay, very well. So, those of you who believe you managed being there with the floor throughout the 10 minutes, can you raise your Zoom hand? Some of you managed. So I'll say it again. Those of you who think you were aware of the floor in front of you for the 10 minutes, raise your hand. Some of you had some difficulties, it seems. So this is a very difficult scale. This is very hard. Those of you who were successful today may fail next time. All right. So it doesn't mean that those who are successful today are professionals and the others are total losers. Not at all. Those who are successful today may fail next time, and those who failed this time may be successful next time. Those who failed today may be successful next time. Okay. So I'm happy that some of you have understood and were successful. Let's see if next week we can get even more hands up. All right, so the organizers can remove the hands, please. And let's move on to our recitation. I want to do recitation before questions. And we now recite without the paper, right? Yay, that's amazing. So I would like to ask everybody to unmute except Jackie Wah. Nguyen Min An, please unmute. Yui Kien, Kai Nguyen, you can unmute now. Gan Vịnh Nguyen, Võ Nhật Huy, An Phong, you can unmute now. Felix also can unmute. Kai Nguyen can unmute. Looks good. Tan Phong, I'm waiting for you. And Lucas and Wimbo Wa and Tui An also can unmute. But Robert, Wimbo Wa and Tui An will need to get camera Otherwise, otherwise organizers will remove you from the meeting. So we are waiting for Wembowa and Tue Ang to get their camera. 3, 2, 1. And so organizers can take them to a breakout room. Cannot attend this retreat, this meeting without camera. Okay, Wembowa got it. Fine. Tue Ang. Good. So you can keep your hands together at the chest and let's start right away. Yamahan Vadami Tang Vadetha. So let's try it again. Yamahan Vadami Tang Vadetha. So now you can repeat after me. Aham Bhanti Isaranena Saha. So Jekiwa, although you're muted, you still can participate, okay? So you can keep your hands together at the chest and you can repeat after me. Keep your hands at the chest, perfect. So let's try it again. Aham Bhanti Isaranena Saha Panchasilang Dhammang Yajami Anuggahang Katva Silang Detha Me Bhanti Anukampang Upadaya Dutiyampi Aham Bhanti Isaranena Saha Panchasilang Dhammang Yajami Anuggahang Katva Silang Detha Me Bhanti Anukampang Upadaya Tatiyampi Aham Bhanti Isaranena Saha Panchasilang Dhammang Yajami Anuggahang Katva Silang Detha Me Bhanti Anukampang Upadaya Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sammāsambuddhassa.
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 Buddhang saranang gacchāmi, dhammang saranang gacchāmi, sanghang saranang gacchāmi.
Buddhang saranang gacchāmi, dhammang saranang gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchāmi, dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchāmi, dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchāmi, tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchāmi, tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchāmi.
Tadayam saranam gacchami, tadayam dhammam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami.
Saranagamana paripurnam Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. So, Akari, what is the first precept? That's right. And Thai Nguyen, what is the second precept? Thai Nguyen, what is the second precept? Thai Nguyen, are you here with me? No. Can you speak louder? Come closer. Come closer and speak louder. Thai Nguyen. So what is the second precept?
Don't tell lie.
No, that's the wrong one. Try a different one. Thai Nguyen. Try another way. Try something else. So?
No.
Thai Nguyen, I'm listening. Tell me. Thai Nguyen, what is the second precept? Try. Thai Nguyen, what is the second precept? Okay, so Phan Nguyen, Tham Phong, what is the second precept? Phan Nguyen, Tham Phong, what is the second precept?
The second precept is not stealing.
That's right. The second precept is not stealing. So, Thai Nguyen, what is the second precept? Thai Nguyen, you can unmute yourself and tell me what is the second precept. Thai Nguyen, I'm talking to you. Are you here? Yes. Thai Nguyen, I'm talking to you. Can you unmute yourself and tell me what is the second precept? Thai Nguyen, I'm waiting for you. Can you unmute and tell us what is the second precept? Thai Nguyen. Thai Nguyen. Yes. What is the second precept? Sorry? Can you come closer and tell me?
I don't know.
Oh, we just now said it. Did you listen?
I know the
You listen, we just now said it. Just now we said it. So, Phan Nguyen. Than Phong, what is the second precept? Can you tell us again?
The second precept is don't steal.
So, Thai Nguyen, did you hear well? What is the second precept? Thai Nguyen, I'm calling you. Thai Nguyen. Thai Nguyen, you need to unmute. Yes, and what is the second precept? Sorry? Sorry? What did you say? Thai Nguyen? What is the second precept? Thai Nguyen? So, Thai Nguyen, what is the second precept? Do you know it? No, I'm talking to you. Kai Nguyen, I'm talking to you. What is the second precept? Do you know it? Do you know what is the second precept? Kai Nguyen? Do you know it? Kai Nguyen, what is the second precept? Yes? I'm listening. Kai Nguyen, what is the second precept? Do you know it? If you don't know, you say, I don't know. Kai Nguyen, keep yourself unmuted. Sorry? Can you come closer and tell me again? Keep yourself unmuted. Everybody should be kept unmuted anyway. There is no reason for you to mute. Unmute yourself, come closer to the camera and tell me, what is the second precept? What is the second precept? What is the second precept? Kai Nguyen, I'm listening. Kai Nguyen, I'm waiting for you. What is the second precept? Yes? Tell us. Do you know it or do you not know it? So do you know it? If you don't know, you say, I don't know. Kai Nguyen, do you know the second precept? Do you know the second precept? Kai Nguyen? Kai Nguyen, what is the second precept? I'm waiting for you. You're always muting yourself. Why do you do that, Kai Nguyen? I ask you to mute yourself. Keep yourself unmuted. Kai Nguyen, what is the second precept? Can you come closer and tell us again? Come close and tell us again.
Not stealing.
Yeah, you see, you can do that. But why did it have to take, 10 minutes? Next time, I hope you will be faster. Okay? Next time, you need to be faster. All right? This takes too long time. Fine. Seems like we can move on. So everybody, make sure you're unmuted. This was not the time to mute. No, you need to keep yourself unmuted. Everybody needs to be unmuted except Jackie Wang. Mayblood also needs to unmute. Janving Nguyen also need to unmute. Grixis also needs to unmute. You need to unmute. We are reciting precepts. Grixis, I'm waiting for you to unmute. Mayblood also. Min. So I'm waiting for Tien Men to unmute. And Wembo Wa also can unmute. And Huang Tuan Min also can unmute. And Lang Nguyen also. Okay. So keep your hands together at the chest. We're moving on. Adinna dana vera manikha padang samadhyami. Duikiem, what is the third precept? Okay. Come closer, I cannot hear you.
Drinking alcohol?
No, try another one. Sorry? Come closer to the microphone. I cannot hear you well. I don't think so. Can you come closer to the microphone and say it again? No, I cannot hear you at all. I think you have microphone somewhere else.
I said that do not drink alcohol, right?
No, I cannot hear you well. Talk louder.
Okay.
Yes. I'm listening. You can. What is the third precept? I cannot hear you. You need to come close to the microphone. Sometimes I can hear you and sometimes I can. To make a good setup. Yeah, cannot hear you at all. Yeah. Now you're muted.
Con đi cái mute kia.
You need to talk loud. Talk loud so that I can hear you. So what is the third precept? Yuikien. No, I cannot hear you. You need to talk louder. You have to talk louder. So what is the third precept? Okay, Yuikien, can you write it for us in the chat box? You see, it's not easy to be a teacher. It's not easy to be a student either. I still think, no, that's wrong. Any other option? Yuikien? Stealing thing was already the second precept, right? If you were listening, you would know that this is not the third precept because it's the second one. So Yuikien, what is the third precept? Do you know or do you not know? If you don't know, just say, I don't know. We don't have time until tonight. What? I don't hear you. Write it down if you don't, your microphone doesn't work well. I only know two. Oh, that's not much. So now, Yuikien, listen very carefully. Listen very carefully, because somebody will tell you what is the third precept. I will ask you. Listen very carefully, okay? Listen very, very carefully. You need to remember that. Edward, what is the third precept? Yeah, you already are unmuted. You just tell it to me. Come close to the microphone and just tell it to me. Sorry? Come close. Come closer. Speak loudly. No, that's wrong. So, Chelsea, what is the third precept?
Not ruin other people's relationship.
Yeah, can you come a little closer? It seems like that's right, but I didn't hear you well.
Not ruining other relationships. Right.
Do not fall in love with someone who's not your wife or husband. Okay? Do not fall in love with someone who's not your wife or husband if you are already married. We call this faithfulness. Faithfulness. So faithfulness is what you should do, and adultery or cheating, what you should not do. All right? So cheating on one's wife or husband by falling in love with someone else, that is called cheating. Okay? So you can say cheating, you can say adultery, all right? You can say do not fall in love with someone who's not your husband or wife when you are married. Okay, so Dui Kiem, can you tell us what is the third precept? Can you write it down in the chat box? Only Dui Kiem will write that. I think Dustin, it's just you because it's not lagging for me. It's lagging for me, for Dustin and Chelsea, but not for me at all. Don't steal others' relationships. That's so interesting. Never heard that. Don't break others' relationships is more accurate. Okay? Do not break others' relationships. Yes, this one is a little difficult because it's not really related to your age. But it's very important. Okay? So the third precept means no cheating on your wife or husband. All right, you can say that is pretty good. Sexual misconduct, yes, that's the official way to say it, but probably nobody understands it, so it doesn't help much. Okay, so the third precept, you can remember it as not cheating and not destroying relationships. All right. Third precept, 2 parts: not cheating and not destroying others' relationships. Okay, so these 2 things: not cheating, not destroying others' relationships. Okay, and cheating here means that you would fall in love with someone else than with your husband or wife. Okay, destroying relationship is when you do not have your relationship, or you have it, but then you fall in love with someone else who is actually married, but not with you. Okay, so that's a problem. So husband and wife should be in love with their husband or wife, not with someone else. And you should not you should not destroy their relationship. Yes, Chelsea?
What if they're poly?
Sorry?
Poly.
What does it mean?
No.
Poly?
What if
Can you write it? What if they are? Poly?
What if they're married to someone else, but they're married? No.
I think you will have to write it down because I cannot hear you clearly. Can you please write it down? What do you mean? Okay. So, no cheating, no destroying relationship. No destroying relationships. That is the third precept. Let's see if you can remember that. I don't know what is poly. I don't understand that. Can you explain it to me?
It means like you're in a relationship with someone, but you're in a relationship with another person, but the other person is in the relationship with the other person, like a love triangle.
Can you write it?
I think she means
Roly-poly. What? Roly-poly. I don't know.
I think he means that you're like in love with somebody, but then you already have somebody.
Roly-poly. I don't know that.
Well, maybe. I think
like
Yes.
I wrote it in the chat.
Like a love triangle. Love triangle. No, that's it depends on whether they are married, you know, and there are 10 kinds of marriage. One kind of marriage is, you know, by contract, that you write paper and you decide, okay, I'm married to you, you're married to me. But another kind of marriage is when the other person lives with the beloved person in the same home. So if the gentleman takes the young lady to his home and he pays for her the food, her clothes, her place to stay, her electricity, her water, and whatever else she needs, and he takes care of her and he keeps her at home because of love, because of sexual love, and she also loves him and he also loves her. So it's not like two friends. No, it doesn't work. But because of love, they're together in the same home, and more importantly, the man is taking care of the woman, then that is also a kind of marriage in Buddhism. Yeah. Even though they don't have any paper, even though nobody in the world knows that, it is still full-fledged marriage in Buddhism. Not in your country, but yes, in Buddhism. Okay. So if the gentleman takes the woman into his home and he takes care of her and he pays anything she needs, then they're actually married if it is because they love each other. Okay. It is just a brother is taking care of his sister. No, that's not marriage. But if a man falls in love with a woman, they love each other so much, they live in one house, they take care of each other, then that's one kind of marriage. So as soon as you know, love triangle is when you have usually two men who fall in love with one girl, or two ladies who fall in love with one man. They are friends together. So they're friends together, but they don't want to tell that they love each other, or they tell that they love each other, but they somehow either are patient or they are not patient. But it's not marriage yet. So it doesn't matter here. We are here talking about marriage. Either marriage of the agreement among the man and the woman. Okay, so you will live with me in my house. I will live with you in your house, and that's it. Or it's by contract, by a paper. So they go to see some lawyer or some judge or some mayor or some important person or some priest, and that person will say, okay, so from now on you are man and woman. From now on you are married. So that's another kind of marriage. So since then, if there is any other influence from anyone outside, so let's say a man gets married with a woman and there is another man who loves that woman, well, then that man is actually breaking the third precept by being in love with the woman while she's married to someone else. The falling in love is not really the problem yet. It becomes a problem, you know, when they spend nights together in very intimate way. So that becomes a very big problem. But it starts by falling in love, so that should be avoided. Roly-poly. Never heard that. Okay. Any more questions, Cherry? Do you have anything to say? Nothing to say? Okay, so let's get through the third precept. Everybody can unmute. Keep your hands together at the chest. Yui Kim also needs to unmute. Cherry as well. Jang Bu Kanfong also. Good. Kame sumichhachara veramani sikkha padang samadhiyami. Okay, so to summarize again, third precept, if I ask you what is the third precept, you will say, no cheating, no destroying relationships. That's it. It's just that simple. No cheating, no destroying relationships. You're perfectly clear about that now. All right. So, Robert, what is the fourth precept? Can you come closer?
Fourth precept is no lying.
That's right. The fourth precept is no lying. Musavada veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Okay, so now the fifth precept, who will tell it to me? Wembo walk. What is the fifth precept?
Drugs.
Drugs? I didn't hear you well. Can you come a little closer?
No alcohol.
Okay, that's fine. We have got the information. No alcohol, no drugs. Perfect. So you can repeat after me. Sura meraya majjapamadathana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Okay. Chelsea, seems like you have some difficulties with Nathan or with someone else. Can you tell us what's going on?
Yeah.
Chelsea, what's going on? No more problem? Okay, that's good. Yeah, do not care about the chat box, you know, that's like social media, useless. People just tell you what they feel. If they tell you something bad, it means they feel bad. If they tell you something good, it means they feel good. Do not think that it's really about you. It's just what they feel, all right? They say something bad, it just means that they feel bad. It doesn't mean anything about you, anything that you should be concerned about. Social media are like that. You're angry, so you blame someone or you insult someone. Well, that's what you do. But the meaning is that you are disappointed. That's all. It's your problem. You're throwing your problem onto someone else. The same thing is when you're happy, then you're praising everybody and you're thankful and so on. So that's what you do in social media. You're happy, so you help others. You're not happy, so you harm others. Normal, nothing special. So you do not take that seriously, all right? Whatever anyone tells you in social media, they are only trying to express their own feeling. It's not related to you, even though they use your name, even though they talk about something you said or did. No, it actually is not related. It is related to their own feeling right now. Okay, they just don't know how to express their feeling. They are unable to say, I'm sad, or I'm angry, or I don't feel good, or I'm ill. They don't want to say that. They want to say, oh, you're like this, or you're like that. That's what they want to say. But in fact, they're just trying to tell you what is their feeling. Okay, so next. There's so much of work, but the time is up. So let's look at your homework. I will assign you a new homework and we will do some progress next time. I think at least now you are very clear about the third precept. And now you know that if I ask you what is the second precept, you cannot just like keep yourself muted and unmute and mute and unmute and mute and unmute and mute and unmute and mute and unmute and then tell me the answer. So that really doesn't work. Okay, so let's get to your homework for today.
Dipante, do we ask the questions first, Dipante? The questions, the quiz. Do we ask the quiz first?
For our questions. No, we don't have time for that. Let's move on to the homework. But thank you for the reminding. We don't have time.
No, not this one. Sorry. Please, Vũ Minh Me, Phoenix, and Lương Nguyên. You read the homework today, Dipante.
Can you just write it for me and get it done? Yeah, that's coming from phone 9, from Justin. You're creating that sound. Yeah. But everybody can now mute. You don't have to unmute. Yeah, we have finished. We have finished reciting the 5 precepts. We didn't really do it complete, I know, but this should be enough for today because we're a little good. So, Bennett, Vu Mimi, and Le Nguyen, please raise your hand. So I'm waiting. Bennett and Le Nguyen. Le Nguyen, I can see you. You need to raise your hand.
It seems that he is not in the Zoom.
Yes, I'm looking at him right now. So can you please raise your hand, Le Nguyen? Le Nguyen, you can raise your hand. I'm calling you. Le Nguyen.
Hi.
Le Nguyen, can you please?
You don't know how to raise your hand? What do you use? Is that a phone? Le Nguyen, is this a phone? Yes. So at the bottom, do you have there some little pictures? If you touch it, do you have there some little pictures at the bottom in the phone? So I think next time when we have these problems, you need to take the people to a breakout room. It's fine, like once in 6 months, but not more than that.
Yes, Bante.
So Leon Nguyen, are you using a phone? Can you look at the bottom? Do you have there some little pictures? Tell me, do you have there some little pictures? Yes or no? Do you see there some little pictures at the bottom of your phone? Do you understand what I'm saying? Le Nguyen, I'm talking to you. Le Nguyen, are you here with us? I'm waiting until you raise your hand. But I'm trying to help you how to raise your hand, you know. So Le Nguyen, if this is a phone, then look at the bottom of the phone screen. Do you see there any little pictures? If yes, tell me yes. If no, tell me no. You can see there's some little pictures. So can you touch those pictures and move them a little bit to the side? Can you touch those pictures and just move them a little bit to the side? Maybe some more pictures will appear for you.
Bante, Mr.
See that?
can support her in the breakout room. Can we put him in the breakout room now and support him?
Let me try. So do you see there more pictures? And there should be a picture with the name reactions. Do you see that? There should be a picture with the name reactions. Can you touch it? Nguyen, do you see there a picture which is called reactions? Okay, so you can take him to the breakout room and explain it in Vietnamese. little bit of a mess, right? Okay, whatever. So, can we have Mimi and Bennett? Can you please raise your hand? Mimi and Bennett. And what about who else? Akari, can you please raise your hand? I will listen to the homework from Akari today. Great. So Mimi, can you please read your homework for us?
Yes, Venerable Sir. Pointing to the moon, it is said that truth can only be found inside ourselves.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Bennett, unmute yourself, please, and remember to read the name of the chapter.
Okay. The Golden Goose. However, after only a couple of hours of traveling, the father came across a magical fairy in the woods.
Very well. Thank you very much. Akari, remember to read the name of the chapter and then the note. So you will have to unmute yourself. Yes.
Once you've wiggled out both of your arms and
No. Akari, no. You need to read the name of the chapter first. What is the name of the chapter?
Pointing to the moon.
Okay, now tell us the sentence.
Once you've wiggled out both of your arms and they are lying totally still on the bed, focus on one of your legs.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Well done. Okay, we're getting better. Gradually. No hurry. You still have some time. I want to explain to you quite a few things, but we're not making it. Anyone has any question? Anything you'd like to say? Yes, Alex. What can I do for you?
I remember this question from our last meditation class.
Okay.
If the world were to end and we go to like a new earth, would everything be like the same? Like, would a war happen in like the old earth and it would still happen in the new earth?
I'm not exactly sure I understand. So you're asking me what will happen when the world is destroyed, or what is it?
Yeah.
So what are the details you already know?
So like, if the world were to die, a new world would happen, right?
Excuse
So
me, if the
like,
world were to die, then?
if the world were to die, we'd move to like a new place, right? Like a new
That you
earth.
move to a new place, or that you like would be transported to some nicer place, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't that be amazing? No? What did you think?
I was thinking like, what would happen if the world were to like die?
Yeah, so what would happen, right? Well, it's a little difficult. It's a little complicated. If the world were to be destroyed, and it will, according to our scriptures, the world will actually undergo destruction. Then after that destruction, the world is destroyed and there is no world of this world. So there is nothing that would remain, but a new world appears after some time. So between the moment when this world is destroyed and the moment when a new world appears, there is a period when there is no world. But we are talking about this world. There are many, many worlds at this moment in the large universe. Okay, our world is just one out of many, many, many. It could be hundreds of thousands, millions. The Buddha didn't really say whether they are countable or uncountable. We don't know. The Buddha didn't believe that this would be an important information, so he didn't tell us. We don't know. Is it infinite or is it finite? We don't know. We have no idea. Maybe it is finite. Maybe it is infinite. But for the Buddha, this was not important. For the Buddha, it was important that we eradicate greed, hatred, and ignorance. That we stop killing, stealing, cheating, and destroying our others' relationships, telling lies, and drinking alcohol and taking drugs. That was the main point, The idea is that we actually release ourselves from birth, old age, illness, and death. That we release ourselves from this world, regardless whether it is finite or infinite. As for the process of destruction, it goes in various ways. The world can be destroyed by water, it can be destroyed by fire, it can be destroyed by air. When it is destroyed by water, it's a little different than when it's destroyed by fire or by air. So, for example, when it's destroyed by fire, which is the most common, then all waters in the rivers and seas and in the oceans, they evaporize. There's no more water. Totally waterless. All water is gone. And so the world then burns, and burns up and disappears. No more. So that's, according to our scriptures, this is how the world gets destroyed by fire. If it gets destroyed by water, then that's water that will flood everything. And if it gets destroyed by air, well, then it's the air that will blow everything and destroy everything over everything. So those are three main kinds of destruction of the world. But before that destruction happens, about 100,000 years before that, a god, G-O-D, God. Also we call them deity. Okay, deity or God is the same thing. Deity is D-E-I-T-Y. Deity or God, G-O-D. A God, which is not the creator of the world, not at all. A small God, but very huge compared to us as humans. Lesser God or deity will be running around this world about 100,000 years before the world gets destroyed. And this God will be crying. This God will be crying. And as this God is going around and crying, people will be asking what's going on. And he says, the world will be destroyed. Be kind to each other. Pay respect to your parents. Okay? So that's what the God will say. Then the people will be trembling by fear. Oh, the world will be destroyed. You see, this God said that. And so they all become kind to each other and they all pay respect to their parents. Yeah, that's what we have in the text. You believe it or not, I don't care. I'm telling you what's in the text, right? So then all of the people, they start to love each other. They start to appreciate and respect each other. They start to respect their parents. And because they respect their parents, because they're kind to each other, they die and they're born in heaven. Now that heaven will also be destroyed when the world is destroyed. So they didn't really, achieve anything much when they were born in heaven. But when they get to the heaven, they also find out that the world will be destroyed. So you know what they do? They will take a disc of white color, or a disc of blue color, or a disc of red color, or a disc of yellow color, and they will be concentrating and saying white, 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 and so on. Or they will say yellow, 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 and so on. And then they will not look at that disc. They will close their eyes. They will think, aha, yellow, 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 and so on, without looking at the disc. They perfectly remember it. And then as they remember it so well, then it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger in their mind. And then they achieve very, very deep concentration on that color. And that concentration leads them to the so-called jhana. Jhana. J-H-A-N-A. And through this power of jhana, when they die, because they get old, even gods get old and they die. Be careful about that. In Buddhism, all gods one day get old and die. So when these gods get old and die, they're born in a higher heaven, which is called Brahma world. It's no more really called heaven. It's called Brahma world. And some of these Brahma worlds do not get destroyed when the world gets destroyed. And so it's believed that by the time that the world gets destroyed, all of the beings, without exception, will be in the Brahma world. And some of the Brahma worlds get destroyed, but the Brahmas from that world will already be born in a higher Brahma world. So all of the beings from human realm, all of the beings from heaven realm, and all of the beings of the Brahma worlds that will get destroyed will be already too old, will already get old and die and be already born in a higher Brahma world, which will not get destroyed. And so when the world gets destroyed, nobody cares. Okay? What will happen with the hells and animal worlds and the ghosts? That I don't know. Maybe you can find out for me. If you get some psychic powers, you can then find out and tell me. I don't know what will happen with the hell and beings, in the hell and animals and ghosts. I don't know, because our texts don't say that. So I don't know. But maybe you will get psychic powers as you meditate and you will tell me. I'm curious. Okay? Who asked me the question? Alex?
Yes, me.
So is it now a little clearer?
Yeah, but I also have another question related to
Yes.
this.
I'm listening.
If the world were to end, would history repeat itself? The same stuff would happen over and over again?
No. It's always a little different. Some things are repeated, like the Buddhas are coming, and teaching the Buddha's teachings, and then they die, and then the people sometimes practice and they achieve liberation from all suffering, and some other people they kill and steal. Yeah, these things repeat pretty often, but not with the names, not with the trees and animals and things like that. They're always some little bit of different. Okay? It's always a little bit of different, but in the end, those who don't become enlightened will end up in hell anyway. If we had to say that out of these 31 planes of existence, like the hell and animal realm and ghosts and humans and 6 planes of gods and 20 planes of Brahmas, if we had to say that one of these planes is our home because we spend there the most time, it would be hell. We spend most time in hell. So because all beings spend most time in hell, the Buddha suggests, you know what? Wasn't that enough? Let's go. Let's liberate ourselves from this world where mostly we spend time in hell. You are now humans, but that's for a short period, maybe about 100 years, or maybe 200 years, or maybe 1,000 years, who knows? But then you die, and if you're not enlightened, you can be born in hell. Because anyway, that's your home, right? That's the place where you're anyway most of your time. Now you're in a human world. This is not hell. No, not comparable. Even if somebody cuts off your hands or legs, no, that's not hell yet. It's like hell, but it's not hell. All right? For that is hell, that's true. For cutting hands and legs, there comes hell next life. But not the cut hands and legs is not hell yet. True hell is totally different. So most of the time, living beings spend in hell. They spend there hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years, billions of years, long, long time, suffering and suffering, pain after pain. So much. Yes, Edward?
It's 9:22 it's actually 9:23 in Jamaica right now. 9:23.
I also have 9:23, except this morning.
What?
Yeah, I also have 9:23.
Why
But
am
it's
9:23
morning.
night? I have
Sorry?
9:20. I have 9:23 in the night.
You see, I have 9:23 in the morning.
Didn't know that they could have the same time, but at the same time, at the same time.
Yeah, it's exactly the same time, except it's totally different.
It's
Okay,
nine-
Cherry?
It's 9:24 now.
Yes, Cherry. what's
Where
9:23?
are you right now?
Excuse me? Where I am now, I'm back in Vietnam.
It's 9:24. She's right.
Okay, any question, any more, anything anyone would like to add?
I'm just getting ready.
No. Okay, so destruction of the world. You know how many times the world has already been destroyed in the past? Uncountable times. Thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of times the world has been destroyed. Yeah, and a new one appeared. There's so much time into the past. We all had so many past lives that there is really no way how you can find someone who has not been your son or daughter or your mom or dad. I have been your moms and dads for so many lives, and I have been your sons and daughters for so many lives. And all of you were my sons and daughters and moms and dads for so many lives. And each of you has been son and dad and daughter and mother of each of you in here. No need to be angry with someone for writing in the chat box. You say, oh, you're my dear son, who cares? Oh, anyway, you were probably my mom in a past life, so I don't care. You don't need to be angry with anyone in this world. Probably they were your mom or dad or son or daughter many, 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 many lives. And it's even more probable because you know them. Now, those people and those living beings who you never know, who you never come into contact, maybe they were not your sons or daughters or fathers or mom. But if you know them, if you see them, if you hear them, well, probably you had some relationship in the past. Okay. Any question about that? All right. Yes, the more you start to learn about the world, you will see how boring it is. When you see that the world is just so boring that you already know you have been the kings of the world like thousands and thousands of times. It's just so boring. You know, you've already had it so many times and then you lost it. It's gone. You've been the monarchs, the emperors of the whole universe so many times. But then you lost it, you died. And now you're like this, no more an emperor of the world. You're not even a king. Okay, so it was a pleasure to see everybody. Thinking about the world is one thing, but thinking about the way out of the world is much better. Right? Try to find a way, how can you reduce all of the greed, hatred, ignorance? How can you liberate yourself from craving? That's much better. And with that, you can liberate yourself and you can support others on their path toward liberation. We didn't do the questions today because we don't have enough time for that. So it was a pleasure to see everyone, and see you next week. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be successful in everything you do.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Everyone, can you please unmute? Kingman, can you please unmute? The queen. Can you put your hand at your chest? Jackie, can you put your
I
hand
would
at
like to
your
ask
chest?
Jackie Wa to keep himself muted.
Jackie, can you put your hand at your chest? Everyone, please say goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Goodbye, Venerable
Everyone.
Sir. Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Next Friday.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Click.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Bye.
Goodbye, Venerable.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next week.
Goodbye.